Sodom and Gomorrah, cities so wicked. Their names have echoed through history as a warning to every generation. Twin cities built on lust and violence, greed in their streets, cruelty in their homes. The voices of the innocent, buried deep beneath rubble and ruin. Places where no righteousness remained, except in one man's house. His name was Lot. Lot, nephew of Abraham, had once chosen these lush plains for his flocks, for the wealth of the land. But what seemed like paradise had revealed its poison. Their sin wasn't hidden in shadows. It walked boldly in the streets, celebrated without shame. And the time for mercy had run out. As the day faded, the sun bled its last light beyond the hills. Two strangers came to the city gates of Sodom. Their faces bore the weight of eternity. Angels in disguise. Lot met them and bowed low, saying, "Please, my lords, turn aside to your servant's house. Wash your feet and spend the night. Then you may rise early and go your way." But they answered, "No, we will spend the night in the town square." Lot knew what horrors lurked in Sodom after dark. Desperation clung to his voice. "I beg you, come under my roof." And they went with Lot into his house. But before they could even settle, a mob gathered. Men of every age, filling the streets like a plague. They shouted, "Where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us so that we may know them." Lot stepped outside, shutting the door behind him. Fear prickled his skin. "I beg you, brothers, do not act so wickedly." He knew his guests were no ordinary men, but the mob surged forward, their voices rough, their demands cruel. Desperation flooding his voice, Lot pleaded once more. "Please, my brothers, don't do this wicked thing. Look, I have 2 daughters who have never known a man. Let me bring them out to you. Do to them whatever you like, but please don't harm these men. They've come under my protection." A shocking plea, born from a heart seized by fear, in a city ravaged and consumed by sin and decay. But the crowd only jeered, their hearts hardened beyond reason. Then the angels pulled Lot inside and struck the mob with blindness. The call was urgent, and there was no more time. The angels spoke. "Do you have anyone else here? Sons-in-law, sons, daughters? Get them out, for we are about to destroy this place." But when Lot warned his sons-in-law, they laughed. They thought he was joking. The cities had dulled their sense of judgment. At dawn, the angels urged Lot, "Get up, take your wife and your 2 daughters, escape the city's coming destruction." But Lot hesitated, and the Lord had pity on him. So, the angels took hold of Lot, his wife, and his daughters, guiding them away from the doomed city. One of the angels gave a final warning. "Run for your life. Don't look back, and don't stop anywhere in the valley. Flee to the hills, or you will be swept away." As the sun rose, heaven opened. Sulfur and fire rained down from the skies. The earth trembled, the heavens howled. The streets of Sodom and Gomorrah cracked open, swallowing homes and temples, palaces and markets. What was once bustling and proud became ash. Lot and his family fled. The acrid air filled their lungs. Flames licked the horizon. And then it happened. In the chaos, Lot's wife faltered, a heartbeat of hesitation, a single backward glance. Why did she look back? Was it fear of what she was leaving behind? Grief for a home built on compromise? Or the deep aching pull of a life she couldn't let go of? Whatever the reason, it cost her everything. The Bible says, "But Lot's wife behind him looked back, and she became a pillar of salt." Frozen, forever caught between the past she couldn't leave behind and the promise of a new future. It's a short verse, easy to miss. But Lot's wife looked back, and in that backward glance, we see ourselves. How often does God call us away from what's destroying us? Relationships, habits, mindsets, and yet we hesitate. We cling to what's comfortable, mourning what we must leave behind, forgetting it was never meant to hold us. Though unnamed, Lot's wife's end came because her heart clung to a doomed past. The cities were destroyed, but she was held back by a divided heart. Behind them, the city burned, but her soul remained tied to the ruins and loss. Thousands of years later, on a dusty road outside Jerusalem, Jesus fixed his gaze on his disciples and the crowd behind them, and with a voice heavy with warning, he said, "Remember Lot's wife." Luke 17:32. A timeless call to beware. The greatest threat to your destiny isn't your enemies, but what you refuse to leave behind. Some clung to the past and lost their future, but others left it all behind. Matthew at his tax booth, Peter with his nets, James and John on the water, Mary Magdalene from her torment, Paul from his religion and rage. They chose to follow the one who calls us forward. No backward glances, no farewell tours, just footsteps in the dust of grace. We often hesitate when deliverance comes, caught between what we leave behind and what lies ahead. What weight are you still carrying from a life God has already burned down? Leave the ashes behind, run, and do not look back.